We spoke with Allred on Thursday about his now second consecutive run for U.S. Senate. In his campaign video, he said he's not giving up. I asked him why Democratic primary voters should select him over Terry Virts and the others who may run, and why he's trying again.
Just like a lot of folks, I spent the last 6 or 7 months with my family, watching what's happening, watching some of the promises that were made in the last election about being focused on lowering costs for working families, being on their side, and watching those promises be broken. And I just feel like everything's kind of backwards, and people are working harder for less, but they're also seeing people who are cutting corners or who are making deals, getting ahead. And I just think there's a sense that I get from folks that this is just not how it's supposed to be, and it doesn't have to be this way. I know that Washington's broken. I know that our system is rigged. I know what we need to do to unrig it. And you're right, Jack, I have always been a fighter. I only got here by overcoming incredible odds, being raised by a single mom, going to Baylor, being undrafted in the NFL. Every single time I've tried to do something, it's been difficult. I expect this will be the same.
Why should Democratic voters select you over the others? And how are you going to excite grassroots Democrats?
Well, listen, these are all friends of mine and folks who I think have a lot of talent. I think it's a reflection of how much talent we have in our state. And we've been in constant communication. I'm running for one reason, and that's to make sure the Texans know that I'm going to be on their side, that I'm going to fight for them to lower their costs, to stop corrupt politicians, quite honestly, like Ken Paxton and John Cornyn from rigging the economy. Against working Texans, I'm going to get out there and spend as much time as I possibly can talking to ordinary Texans, talking to hardworking folks, going to work sites, having longer conversations where we can talk about what we should do to try and make it so that folks can get ahead. And I'm going to spend as much time as I possibly can talking, listening, having events. I'm excited about it. I'm not in Congress anymore. We have the ability to do some more things than we could in the previous election, and it's going to be really fun.
When I spoke with Virts, he said, you can't win. And I know he's probably supposed to say that, but he says a fresh face can win. And I wanted to give you the opportunity to respond.
Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And listen, I'm not taking anything for granted. I don't expect anyone to support me based on the last election or anything like that. I want to earn folks' votes in this election about what I'll do going forward.